Okay.
Do I?
There's the one guy doing.
It's odd. He relies a lot on the other people, and they're starting to realize their grades are kind of averaging out, so they're not really helping him much anymore. Y is equal to
Mine's having slow people.
the third x to the third plus 5x squared plus 24. All right, your mission is to find the x coordinate of the point of inflection.
Okay. So first derivative, x squared.
And make sure you speak loudly enough for the fourth block. Fourth blockers, everybody else is taking control, and I'm just writing stuff down.
X squared plus 10x second derivative. 2x plus 10.
Yeah, I can't deal with that for an hour and a half.
Can't do that. I can do my falsetto if you want.
One. So we've taken a second derivative as per your instructions.
Define the point of inflection.
So the sign is 0 and this one it changes. Really won't change it, but we need that 0 first. -5.
Okay.
Yep.
What else?
It's actually. Can I just say that's the answer?
Mhm.
There's no other point, so we have to get.
Well, let me, yeah, we can quit here. Even though on free response, we would still need to go further to justify it. But let's talk about why I can quit here. Look at the wording. What is the x coordinate of the point of inflection?
There is 1 point.
There is one, and it exists. We found this answer, so they're implying that, yeah, when you test it, it's going to work. So don't do more work than you need to. How long do you have on average per multiple choice question?
2 minutes?
About 2 minutes. And a second derivative, we probably did these two in 30 seconds. Solved it, so this whole problem banked us about 1.5 minutes. Okay, a little bit less than that, 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. Give us a little extra time for the ones that we needed. All right, number 2. The graph of a piecewise linear function. And you know, when you see pictures like that, you already know what kind of question it's going to be. Piecewise linear function from -1 to 4 is shown above. What is the value of the antiderivative from -1 to 4 of f of x? And action.
We just count.
What are you counting?
Well, the first one, I'll take the 2 triangles that, what is it, technically the rhombus, no, trapezoid.
Okay,
It's just 2 block in the middle and then another, if you took the 2 triangles on the side, it's another. It's
what are you calculating? Area,
Yeah.
okay. So you're doing, okay, first the trapezoid from -1 to 2, and it is beautifully symmetric, and you do have a 2 block in the middle, and those 2 on the outside to make another 2 block. So you have 4.
Then minus a half, 1.5.
Minus 1.5.
Ew.
All right, let's talk about y. This being above is positive area, so you just counted out the area up underneath there, either with the formula for the area of a trapezoid or what you did counting blocks is cool. Then on the bottom, that would be negative area, that is 1.5. And notice how, when they ask you to do that, these are pretty shapes. And the area was calculated quite easily, you know, with some stuff.
Choice.
So 4 minus, yeah, it's multiple choice, it's not supposed to be complicated. 4 minus 1.5 gives us what, 2.5?
Yeah, it's
All right, 2.5b.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Okay, no preamble to this one. Antiderivative from 1 to 2 of 1 over x squared dx. And action.
Okay, alright, that's x to the -2.
Okay, did that in my head, good.
Take an antiderivative,
Mhm.
so raise the powers, -1 divided by -1. Yeah.
Okay, and whether you did that in your head or whether you did that, you know, whatever, I am expecting you to be able to do some of this stuff in your head. Okay,
5 seconds.
negative what?
Negative a half to minus 1, negative 1, so
Yeah.
Alright, so basically 1 minus a half,
a half.
what is it, a half? Okay.
Wow, that's
C.
fun.
See? Okay. So this is the part where you're taking your test, and you're probably about 3 minutes in right now, and you're feeling pretty good, you're like, man.
And then they give you the one that like.
Well, I have no idea if it gets worse, but I'm just thinking,
I guarantee you it's going to.
oh yeah, it better get worse than that. If that's the whole calculus test, you all better ace it, I mean, every single question. 4,
Gee, it's no matter what. You know the stuff.
there's a teeny tiny percentage of people that actually make 100 on the entire test in AB. It's a theorem, is that what you said? If f is continuous from A to B and differentiable, ooh, which one am I thinking? Thinking mean, which of the following could be false? F prime of C equals f of B minus f of A over B minus A for some C between A and B.
I'm guessing it means like, if
That
could be
is
false,
the-
that,
That is the mean value.
That is the mean value, that is verbatim the mean value theorem. The question is, could that be false?
No,
no,
Why?
because
because they're asking.
we proved it right there.
Because continuous and differentiable, they said that first.
It's proven.
So there you go, A is true. F prime of C equals 0 for some
Well,
C
that's-
in between A and B.
It's another theorem we know.
That's actually Rolle's theorem, which is a special case of the mean. Do y'all remember
Yeah.
Rolle's theorem?
It
Now
was,
what did Rolle's theorem say?
it was the same thing, except if, it was like, if they're too flat, if they were the same, at the same point, yeah. they were
Right,
the same.
okay, so in order for that to be true, what would have to happen?
Those would have to equal each other.
So do they equal each other?
We don't know.
So it could
Could
be
be
false.
That's our answer.
Alright. By the way, F has a minimum.
And F has a max, it's
Well, yeah, that's
guaranteed.
the intermediate value, it's gotta be, it's actually the extreme value theorem, which we don't really talk about, but it makes sense. It has to hit a high point and a low point somewhere between there if it's connected, and the antiderivative exists. Well, yeah.
Technically, even if it doesn't connect, it still would have a high point of low.
Not necessarily if you had an asymptote in the middle, then you could have not a max or a min. So if it's not
Oh,
continuous,
okay.
then you could, right?
I was thinking like still infinity is the maximum.
No.
No, but I know it's not. I was thinking.
So B, this one just from going down the checklist until we hit one that didn't work, okay? Or had the possibility of not working. All right, number 5, also some throwaway points. You have the antiderivative from 0 to x of sine t dt.
Okay.
Do it?
It's nice.
Yeah. So do it.
Negative cosine x, it's d. Which is cosine of x minus 1.
Hang on to that thought. You said the antiderivative was negative cosine
E
Yeah.
is 1 minus cosine, sorry.
from 0 to x. Then you plugged in x and got negative cosine x minus, stick in 0,
Get 1.
you get, yeah, well that's 1, this will make this negative 1. So 1 minus cosine,
Yeah.
which is E. Okay. Most common wrong answer on this one is A.
Yeah.
Because people just think all you do is swap out the x and the t. Yes, you do when you take a derivative.
Of the.
Well, we didn't take a derivative of this, so people were thinking intermediate value, well, calculus part 2, but this is a calculus part 1. Okay, fundamental theorem calculus part 1.
I thought the most common would be like D or something.
No, a lot of people that kind of they've seen the fundamental theorem, they just think, oh, all you gotta do is, especially in this format, they think, swap out the x's and the t's. Yeah, you would, if you were taking a derivative. Alright, 6. Oh, who doesn't love 6? if
I've never seen this, so.
x squared plus xy is equal to 10, then when x equals 2, dy dx equals,
Okay.
and action.
Is that saying x is, okay. Just take a derivative,
Okay, go.
2x plus, x
What do we have to do here?
product,
Product, okay.
x dy dx.
Keep the first, derivative the second.
Plus, 1 y,
Keep the second, derivative the first.
10.
Nothing.
Oh, 0.
Yeah, 0.
What is the?
It's like I was Bush kids.
Sad face. I deflated, yeah.
I'm still sick of it.
Yeah, we'll blame it on that.
I'm still feeling a little under the weather. The brain's out full capacity.
Alright. Oh, what do we need to do? Plug in
X equals 2.
x equals 2. Oh dear. Danger, Will Robbins, danger.
Oh no.
Do you see what I see? Do you see the problem we're going to have now by plugging 2 in for x?
X.
There's a y, yes. Okay, we need to know y. How are we gonna figure out y?
Solve for y.
Plug 2 into the original, very good.
I don't have a voice, so you guys have to do this.
I know that feeling well. Alright, was that 4? So we get 2y equals 6, so y equals 3. Okay. Whew! Crisis averted. We win. So dy dx at the point 2, 3 is -3 minus 2 times 2 over 2, 4.
I did
Try again.
Oh, wait, yeah, there. -7 over.
-7/2. Let's see if -1/2 is an answer.
It is.
It is not, so you would have gone, whew, something must have been wrong. Yeah. Hey, I hope you would have. Good stuff, y'all, good stuff. How many do you feel like if this were the AP test, you'd have 100 right now? You'd be knocking it out of the park.
Let's see.
Even that one?
That one's.
That was
But you'd have gotten that one? You'd have gone good. Cool, all right. That was 6, right? What's our magic number on the multiple, on all the multiple choice combined? What's our,
32.
wow, that'd be fantastic.
20.
20, all right, 20.
That's 5, 6 points.
That's a 3, yeah.
Yes.
20 right is a, right over the line of 3.
6 free points.
Right, we got 6 right now. Huh?
It's a 5.
I think it's a 3,
A 5.
depending on the year.
Roughly 33.
Oh, that's-
Roughly 33. That's a decent estimate, given the year. 7. All right, let's see. Ooh, wait.
Ooh. I like it.
I am curious to see how you're gonna get this one right.
Use some?
What would you let U be?
I don't know. Actually, I don't think that'd help at all. It doesn't actually help at all. No, it should help, but it doesn't. I'm sorry.
What, okay, let's say we're going with U sub.
Thanks.
Okay, your two options are x, the bottom, but that doesn't make any sense, you just swap out x for u. Or x squared minus 1. Here's the rub. If you do x squared minus 1, you will get 2x, but the x you want to replace is on the bottom, not on the top. So u sub is just crap on this one. What do we do? Well, okay, if it's not u sub, that means it's got to be one of our pretty ones, our classics.
It's
looks
No.
like arc tangent.
Doesn't look like arc anything.
But I mean, like, it's like reversed.
Yeah, which is not arc
It's
anything.
weird.
Maybe
I don't know.
a natural log with a chain.
Okay, here's the thing about natural log.
No,
Let me tell you the thing about natural log. First off, we'd always pick the bottom to be u, right? And then the top would get knocked out of the bottom. So again, it's reverse of what it should be. Oh crap, what is it?
Dang it.
This is the first one we missed.
yeah. Well, I'll go.
And see, since they gave me a 1 to e, it's not like I can just take the derivatives of the answers and check myself.
Oh, that's what I guess. So, I guess C.
Alright, you guess D.
C.
C.
I was gonna guess.
You can guess C,
What do
whatever.
you think? Yeah. So I was gonna
D. D. Graham, what you got?
B.
B.
B. Move from B.
You're going Graham B.
I
Alright,
just got this.
here's how you do it.
Is this where you have to like add your subtract thing?
What did I do?
Aw.
You wrote it. And then you did, okay, yeah, you
I
wrote it.
just split the fraction.
And
It's
then,
x squared over x and 1 over x.
damn.
X squared over x and 1 over x.
I'm not sure.
Alright, now do it. Go.
Okay, 1/2 x squared
You know,
minus natural log of x.
okay. We don't technically need the absolute, that's multiple choice or whatever. We don't technically need the absolute value because 1 and e are both positive. Alright,
1/2 e squared. Minus 1.
natural log of e is 1, yeah, minus. Stick in
1/2.
1/2.
Minus natural log of 1 is
Say it.
0.
Yeah.
X e is 0.
It laughs. We're all wrong.
What's this gonna be?
I can't see.
Is it?
Oh, negative
Two.
1
I mean,
3
1
halves.
and a half, 2 and 3 halves.
So it's E.
Thank you very much.
You know, that was my next guess.
I was definitely going for that one.
Guess what? Second guesses don't get you any credit. Look at that.
Well, I might change my guess.
That's what you say. But a stern talking to and a lot of crying might help.
Right. If they see tears on your test paper, if they can't run it through a Scantron because it's soggy, then they have pity on you and give you a point.
They laugh.
That's a sad
They
time.
laugh and give you a 0.
If you paperclip a $10 bill to your test,
They
it does
just
not
wait for it to
help.
dry,
It's
that's all.
just pocket the money and move on.
Like, oh, you
They
missed
might,
the other one.
depends on, there might be a crooked guy there.
Now, the f and g be differentiable functions with the following properties. Okay.
That's all that's good.
Oh, wow, okay, this is the thinker. All right, let's see. So we have g of x is greater than 0
For all
for all x,
f of 0 equals 1.
and f of 0 is equal to 1.
They both do it differential.
Alright, so that is what happens with f and with g. Oh, they're both differentiable, good.
Always nice.
Okay.
If h equals.
Alright, here we go. So now they say h of x is equal to f times g. And h prime is equal to f of x times g prime of x. We are to find f.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got an idea, but I'm not too
This is probably the first one I would skip.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just-
I'll come back to it later and you won't have time and you just go back to the next one. Take a guess, go. Actually, is anybody thinking about working it out?
I was thinking of wager, but I'm not sure.
Yes,
Guess,
yes.
D.
Is that your go-to answer? All right, Amber, what do you think?
Mm,
Is D your go-to answer?
Every time I
Hey,
say D,
Ray,
that
what you think?
seems to be right.
See?
All right, agrees with you, good. Michael?
I want quick eggs because it looks funny.
Pick B, and we all have to pick B.
The derivative.
You have the choice of, what is it, B or E left?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna choose.
Well, if you want to be unique.
Highly unique, I can pick the right answer. What would be?
B?
Sure, why not?
I think we all choose different answers.
All right.
Hey,
Let's see what the
two-
answer
two
is.
chose C.
How would you
Two
tackle
people
this
chose
one?
C.
Yeah.
I was thinking, taking derivative
Of what?
of, just like doing F and G and doing a product type rule.
You mean here?
Yeah.
Yes, that's probably a good place to start, is to take the actual H
And take a derivative.
and do the old school derivative, all right?
Thank you.
First, derivative of the second, plus second derivative of the first.
Which is pretty much, something has the F, the derivative have to be, it'll cancel the second part.
Okay, and we need this to be that.
So F prime,
Okay, if this is what we need it to ultimately be, we need this gone.
and how do we get that gone?
Okay, one of two things happened.
Cancel addition.
Well, give me the two things that could have happened to make this second part gone. Or gone means equals 0.
F of 0 equals 1.
Don't look up here. Tell me what has to happen right here in order for this
One
part
of
to
them
be
has
0.
to,
One of them has
One of them has to be 0. All right, so either f prime of x equals 0 or g of x equals 0. Do that one first. When does g of x equal 0?
It doesn't,
Why?
because it's greater than
greater
zero.
than 0.
Okay, now, f prime equals 0. F prime is a derivative. What is the only time that a derivative equals 0?
When it was constant.
When it was constant before. So that means f of x has to be constant.
So E.
Which constant was it?
Could have been either. Oh no, couldn't because for F of 0 it was 1, so it had to be.
Good. So not only is f of 0 1, f of anything is 1. It's just a horizontal line y equals 1. So f is
I was,
1. Hey, I picked D. Look at that.
I was going to solve it right.
That is a good, this right here, we're tap dancing on free response now. That's
That's
a
great.
good thinker.
I was heading the right direction. That's probably what's good thing.
Oh, I love that problem. Looking good, girl, looking good.
Was your point worth the 5 minutes it took to do it?
It would have taken me 5 minutes to do
It would have took us 5 minutes to do it.
Probably, yes. That's one I would have come back to. And then we can see that all of us would have guessed incorrectly. There you go.
It's fine, we wouldn't have time to do it anyway.
This is Chelsea with her. The flow of oil in barrels per hour through a pipeline on July 9th is given by the graph shown above, which I'm not going to draw. Of the following, which best approximates the total number of barrels of oil that passed through the pipeline that day?
Okay.
What do they want you to do? What's this a picture of?
We can do what we want the sums.
What is this?
It's
Oh,
a,
yeah, you good. Pardon me. What's it a picture of?
it's a derivative of the, above how many barrels are going in at once.
So it's the, like, oil prime.
Yeah.
If the gallons, and then this is,
At a certain time, right?
yeah, derivative of that. Okay, and they want me to tell you the exact number of barrels of oil. So what are we supposed to do?
That are in there right now?
Yeah, between, how much flowed through between 0 and 24, or that day?
And you just want an estimate?
Yep.
Just cut it into the shapes they look like.
Does everybody get that this is just a count of area problem?
Yeah, just, those are.
This picture is the derivative, and we wanna know the actual amount, so this is just count of the area. Okay, so here's what I'm
All
picturing.
bottom four, and then those two up top equal one.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, every square is gonna be what, a 6 by 100?
So 600, so
Alright, so 600, how many 600 squares are we gonna make? Or not squares, rectangles.
about
So-
five.
1, 2, 3, 4 across the bottom, and then the 2 up top make a fifth one, so 5 times 600 give us 3,000.
Which is D.
Good, D,
Is that right?
that is right. Exactly right.
Jeez.
You'll notice all of your answers except for A, which is ridiculous. By the way, do you know why they put A?
We just counted.
They did, they
They
just
did
did,
about 100.
they did 500s, they didn't take it, they thought some people might not do each one is 6 wide. They just did each one of them as like 100 each, and so they put that one on there. All the
Tell me
others.
if it was 5 hours, not 24.
Right, if the picture had been 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. D, what is the instantaneous rate of change at x equals 2 of the function f?
Ooh.
Here's f. This one we just,
The instantaneous rate of change. Wow.
do you know what that means?
Take a derivative
The derivative of that,
at that moment.
Okay, so what's our game plan?
Take a derivative, plug in 2.
Simple as that. Okay, let's do it. F prime.
Trying to be fancy on us.
I know, right? Instantaneous rate of change. Wait on you.
Oh, it's a quotient rule.
Quotient rule.
Low, be high, less high, low. Lower the bottom squared. Mon.
They wanted us to find f prime of 2, is that right?
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna save time here. Alright, what do we get? 2 minus 1 is 1.
4 minus 2.
Careful. 1 squared is 1.
Oh,
Minus
sorry,
2 is-
no, we're plugging 2.
Oh, we're plugging in 2. Thank you. I would've got that wrong. 2, 4, 2 minus 2 times 1. All over
1.
1 squared, which is 1. So 4 minus 2 is 2.
Dang,
E.
I was like,
Which one?
so shallow.
There's D. You would have guessed correctly.
Yay! I didn't have to guess on that one.
Thanks for points. Losers.
If
I would have
F,
guessed correctly on the last one.
yeah,
I would have
yeah.
had to guess
2 in a
right there.
row.
Ooh, this one's interesting.
Is it D?
Probably not actually.
Probably not.
If f is a linear function.
Okay. If F, okay, F is linear, that's not.
Okay, they're just saying that a and b are greater than 0.
They're basically just saying, here's 0, and then somewhere here's point A, and here's somewhere to the right of that is point B.
Yeah, just.
2 positive numbers, A
A
comes
B.
first, B comes second. Alright.
So you know it's a negative area. You know.
Well, it could be a negative area if the area is
Well, I mean, like
below,
if-
but we're not in a negative zone.
Yeah. Not negative zone.
Okay, they wanna know what is the antiderivative from A to B of F double prime of X.
So just plug in. So the antiderivative of f double prime of x is f prime of x.
Yeah.
And then we put it, so f prime of b minus f prime of a.
Okay. Still haven't gotten an answer choice.
Uh, Oh,
What's your guess?
D.
C?
B.
B? Alright.
Ooh, switch it up.
I'm going with D.
I don't think mine is
D.
right though.
I'm going to Shannon. I'm going to join you.
She very much like.
Huh?
I don't know, I'm crazy. I won't
A,
try
B,
to solve
C, D, E. Sorry, you have.
Okay, Graham, what do you
it.
think?
I'm actually.
A? Graham's right. A.
Good job, Graham. I was gonna guess A, no, like, no.
Tell me why. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry, Graham's not right.
That was
Wait,
about to say, I don't know
is
why.
it me? No.
Wait, you might be right, yeah.
He might, but A is more than B, so at that point, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think he is right.
So how does this actually work? I don't know what F is. So what's,
Okay, you don't really need to know what F is, you need, well, you don't need to know specifically, but you do need to know that F is linear. Alright, if F is linear, something like 2x plus 3, 5x minus 4,
yeah.
1/2 x, whatever.
It's a line.
What would F prime be?
0. I mean, whatever the slope is.
A constant.
Yes.
Some number. What would F double prime be?
0.
0.
Okay.
So
So they wanna know what is the area under the curve of 0 from point A to point B.
oh, okay.
So he was right, I was thinking right. It is 0.
Okay.
Good job, Graham.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was
What's
supposed
my
to
nitpick
be that
A?
way.
I'm not joining you anymore, Shannon.
Oh.
I think A last time.
Interesting.
No.
I didn't know. So really, all you didn't need to take the entire. We were not thinking area. You were thinking just like button stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You should have taken area.
12. Oh, man, I love this one. I think you'll get it right. I love all these, by the way. We have natural log x from 0 not inclusive to 2, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then x squared, natural log of 2, whatever that is, from 2 to 4.
Oh, there's no way to do it.
What is the limit as we approach 2?